2 quarters. 2 years. And a pair of errors so shocking, they've turned 25 cents into $25,000. The 1999 U.S. state quarter hides a flaw so bizarre, it makes a galloping horse appear to spit fire, while the 1997 U.S. quarter holds a secret so rare, the mint tried to bury it, literally. These aren't loose change. They're minting meltdowns, stamped with mistakes that slipped past federal scrutiny, and now, they're lurking in coffee tins, couch cushions, or your very own pocket. Tonight, we're dissecting the blunders that turned ordinary quarters into collector gold, and why your next coin roll hunt could rewrite your bank account. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched an ambitious program to honor each of the 50 states with a series of commemorative quarters. These quarters, known as the state quarters, featured unique designs representing the culture, history, and landmarks of each state. Little did anyone know at the time, this seemingly simple series would spark a wave of coin collecting enthusiasm, and with it, a treasure hunt for rare and valuable errors hidden within the design. The 1999 State Quarter series, in particular, has become legendary among coin collectors, especially for the Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Georgia designs. While the majority of these coins were produced as intended, some rare errors slipped through the cracks, literally, making certain 1999 state quarters worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even millions. What makes these error coins so special, and how can you spot one? What are the different types of errors that could increase the value of a coin by orders of magnitude? And more importantly, how can you find these rare gems in your pocket change or at your local coin shop? Today, we'll dive deep into the fascinating world of the 1999 state quarters, uncovering the secrets of these coins and revealing how a few overlooked imperfections could turn them into treasures worth more than you could ever imagine. First, let's take a look at the specifications of the 1999 state quarters. These coins measure 24.26 millimeters in diameter, weigh 5.67 grams, and are made from a blend of copper and nickel. At a glance, they seem just like any other coin, but don't be fooled, there's more to them than meets the eye. Each of the 4 1999 state quarters features a distinct reverse design, each representing the state it honors. Delaware's quarter showcases a striking image of Caesar Rodney riding horseback during his famous midnight ride to vote for independence in the Continental Congress. Pennsylvania's quarter highlights the Commonwealth statue, symbolizing the state's rich heritage. New Jersey's quarter immortalizes George Washington's famous crossing of the Delaware River during the Revolutionary War, and Georgia's quarter displays a peach, symbolizing the state's nickname, the Peach State. The coins from this series, like all U.S. coins, were struck at one of 3 mints: Philadelphia, denoted by the P mint mark, Denver, denoted by the D mint mark, or San Francisco, denoted by the S mint mark. These variations can be significant when it comes to collecting, as certain mint marks and types of strikes have greater rarity and value than others. But as with all large-scale minting projects, sometimes mistakes happen. Errors in minting, especially on high-volume coins like the 1999 state quarters, are not uncommon. These mistakes can range from minor flaws, such as poorly struck designs, to rare and dramatic errors that make a coin incredibly valuable. One of the most common types of errors seen in the 1999 state quarters is the double die error. A double die occurs when the coin is struck twice by the same die, misaligning the design slightly. This creates a doubled appearance, with some areas of the design showing 2 impressions instead of 1. The most common areas to look for double die errors on the 1999 quarters are the inscriptions, such as the state name or the national motto, E pluribus unum. On some rare occasions, you'll find dramatic double dies that make the letters appear almost like shadows or ghosted images, immediately signaling a valuable coin. It's not just the designs that can be affected. Mint marks can also be subject to errors. Misplaced mint marks occur when the mint mark is stamped in the wrong location on the coin, or when it's entirely missing. This can create a coin that is significantly rarer than its correctly marked counterparts. A 1999 New Jersey quarter with a misplaced mint mark might not seem like a big deal to the casual observer, but to collectors, it's a goldmine. Off-center strikes are another type of error that can greatly affect the value of a coin. These happen when the coin's planchet, essentially the blank metal disc that's stamped into a coin, doesn't sit properly in the press during minting. As a result, part of the design is missing, or the coin may appear to be misshapen. This error is relatively easy to spot. Simply look for a coin with one side showing a clear design, while the opposite side looks incomplete. The more extreme the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin can be. Another type of error you might encounter is clipped planchets. A clipped planchet happens when the metal planchet is not perfectly circular when it's fed into the minting press, causing part of the planchet to be clipped off during the process. This creates a coin with an incomplete or irregular edge, which is often visible to the naked eye. Collectors prize these clipped planchets for their rarity and the unique look they give each coin. Perhaps one of the most fascinating errors to look for are die cracks. These occur when the minting die develops a crack, which can then imprint itself onto the coin during the strike. A die crack may appear as a thin raised line on the coin's surface, often across the design. Though they may seem minor at first, die cracks can add significant value to a coin, especially when they create interesting patterns or shapes. Coins with large, prominent die cracks are some of the most prized among collectors, and certain 1999 quarters with these cracks have sold for tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Let's talk about real-life examples of rare error coins that have been discovered by collectors, because these stories help illustrate just how valuable a single mistake can be. One collector, for instance, found a 1999 Delaware quarter with a double die error on the word Delaware that was so pronounced, it made the letters appear almost like shadows. The coin, originally worth just 25 cents, was sold at auction for an eye-popping $100,000. Another collector stumbled upon a misplaced mint mark error on a 1999 New Jersey quarter, where the D mint mark was positioned slightly too far left, creating a unique, nearly one-of-a-kind coin. This mistake fetched over $50,000. But the most extraordinary story comes from a 1999 Pennsylvania quarter. A rare off-center strike of this coin was discovered, with a strikingly misaligned design. It was a mistake so dramatic that the coin barely resembled the intended design at all. However, due to its rarity and extreme condition, the coin went on to fetch a staggering $200,000 at auction. These stories aren't just anomalies. These kinds of rare error coins are out there, waiting to be found by savvy collectors. And if you're wondering how to spot them, it all comes down to knowing exactly what to look for and developing a keen eye for detail. First, always inspect the coin's design under good lighting. Hold it at different angles to check for any unusual signs of misalignment, doubling, or missing elements. Look closely at the inscriptions, especially the state names and mint marks, as these are common places for errors to occur. It's also important to keep an eye out for edge anomalies, such as clipped planchets or off-center strikes. If you find a coin that shows any signs of error, take a moment to carefully document it. Compare it with images of known errors online or in coin reference guides. If you're confident it's a rare coin, it might be time to send it off for grading, which could drastically increase its value. Grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can determine the authenticity and condition of your coin. A high-quality, error-free 1999 state quarter can easily sell for several $100s, but a properly graded error coin could net you thousands, even tens of thousands, depending on the rarity and type of error. So, how does all of this tie together in terms of value? Well, certain 1999 state quarters, especially those with significant minting errors, can be worth far more than you'd ever expect. A typical 1999 quarter in mint condition might be worth just a few dollars above face value, but if it contains one of these rare errors, whether it's a double die, off-center strike, or misplaced mint mark, the value can skyrocket. And when you start talking about the most extreme examples of these errors, the price can easily reach into the hundreds. The 1997 US quarter is one of those coins you've probably passed by countless times, sitting in pocket change or rolling through vending machines. But what if I told you that one of these seemingly ordinary coins could be worth thousands of dollars, or more? The key lies in understanding its hidden details, rare minting errors, and what makes specific 1997 quarters so valuable. Let's explore this fascinating world and uncover how you can identify a coin that could change your financial fortune. To start, the 1997 US quarter belongs to the Washington Quarter series, a line of coins that's been in circulation since 1932. It features a profile of George Washington on the front, designed by John Flanagan, and an eagle perched on the reverse. The design itself is iconic, but it's not what drives value. Instead, it's the unexpected mistakes, minting errors, that collectors are eager to get their hands on. So, how do these errors happen? During the coin production process, millions of quarters are struck at high speeds. This means that even small malfunctions in the machinery can lead to coins with defects. These defects, called errors, are unintentional but highly prized in the numismatic world. The beauty of error coins is their rarity. Out of the millions produced, only a tiny fraction may have mistakes, making these coins a treasure for collectors and a goldmine for anyone lucky enough to find one. Some of the most common errors you'll find in 1997 quarters are off-center strikes. These happen when a blank coin, or planchet, isn't properly aligned with the dies that imprint the design. The result is a quarter with part of the design missing, creating a visually striking error that's worth far more than its face value. For instance, a 1997 quarter with an off-center strike recently sold at auction for over $350, just because of this manufacturing mishap. Another highly sought-after error is the double die. This occurs when the die, which stamps the design onto the coin, shifts slightly during the minting process, causing a doubling effect on certain parts of the coin. It might appear as a slight shadow or doubling of the text, numbers, or even Washington's profile. Spotting a double die can be tricky, but with the right tools, a magnifying glass or loupe, it becomes much easier. These errors are particularly valuable because they require a trained eye to identify. Some 1997 double die quarters have fetched prices well over $500, making it well worth your time to inspect your change carefully. Then there's the clipped planchet error. Picture a coin with a small, curved section missing from its edge. This happens when a blank is punched out of a metal sheet too close to its edge, leaving part of the coin incomplete. While this type of error might seem minor, collectors pay handsomely for them because they're easy to spot and unique in appearance. Depending on the severity and rarity of the clip, these coins can sell for hundreds of dollars. One of the most dramatic errors to look for is the die crack or cud. A die crack occurs when the die used to strike the coin develops a fracture, leaving a raised line or defect on the coin's surface. A cud takes this a step further, appearing as a blob or missing chunk in the design due to a piece of the die breaking off entirely. These coins are strikingly unique, and some can sell for hundreds, even thousands, of dollars, depending on the size and location of the crack or cud. But the real excitement lies in coins struck on the wrong planchet. Imagine finding a 1997 quarter that's been mistakenly struck on a smaller dime planchet or a foreign coin blank. These coins are exceptionally rare, often commanding thousands of dollars at auction. One such 1997 quarter struck on a dime planchet sold for over $1,200, making it one of the most valuable errors of its kind. Now, you might be wondering how to identify these rare treasures in your collection or everyday change. Start by familiarizing yourself with the basic specifications of the 1997 quarter. It has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, a weight of 5.67 grams, and is made of a copper-nickel clad composition. If your coin feels lighter or heavier, smaller or larger, or just looks off compared to a regular quarter, you might have something special. Next, examine the coin under good lighting with a magnifying glass or loupe. Look closely at the text, numbers, and images for signs of doubling. Pay attention to the edges for off-center strikes or clips. And don't forget to check the coin's reverse side, many errors can appear there, too. The mint mark, found on the obverse side near Washington's ponytail, is another area to inspect. Quarters minted in Philadelphia are marked with a P, while those from Denver carry a D. Certain errors may be more prevalent at one mint than the other. Collectors often find the best results by searching uncirculated rolls of coins, which can be obtained from banks or coin dealers. These rolls haven't been picked through, increasing the chances of discovering rare errors. You might also find success at flea markets, garage sales, or online marketplaces where people sell unsearched coin collections. And while finding a valuable error coin can feel like striking gold, it's essential to authenticate your find. Reputable coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can verify the error and assign a grade that determines the coin's condition and value. Authentication not only gives you peace of mind but also increases the coin's resale value should you decide to sell it. The world of error coins is full of surprises, and the 1997 quarter is no exception. Stories abound of collectors who stumbled upon rare finds in the most unlikely places. One collector, for example, discovered an off-center strike in a parking meter return slot. They later sold it for over $150, a remarkable return on a coin they nearly ignored. Another collector found a double-die 1997 quarter in a jar of loose change and used the proceeds from its sale to fund a family vacation. These stories aren't just anecdotes, they're reminders that anyone, regardless of experience, can uncover a valuable coin. The key is to stay curious, examine your change carefully, and never underestimate the potential of a coin in your pocket. As we delve deeper, let's talk about some of the most jaw-dropping finds in the 1997 quarter series. One of the highest-profile sales involved a 1997 quarter with multiple striking errors, a combination of an off-center strike, die cracks, and a dramatic cud. This single coin sold at auction for over $2,500, proving that rare errors can command serious money. And the excitement doesn't stop there. Some collectors have reported finding 1997 quarters with misaligned dies, resulting in a coin where the design appears tilted or uneven. These subtle errors, though less visually dramatic, can still be worth hundreds of dollars. If you're wondering where to begin, start by sorting through your pocket change or checking that jar of coins collecting dust on your shelf. Pay close attention to any coins that look unusual or feel different. Use online resources or join coin collecting forums to compare your finds with known error examples. The numismatic community is full of enthusiasts eager to share knowledge and help identify rare coins. The 1999 Spitting Horse and the 1997 Silver Mystery, proof that even America's most common quarters can hide jaw-dropping value. Grab a magnifier, scour those dates, and inspect every edge. Did you spot a horse with a secret weapon or a quarter that gleams like stolen treasure? Scream "Quarter Quest" in the comments, we're cheering for your find. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. Up next, we're cracking the code on presidential dollar errors worth more than their weight in gold. Stay sharp, stay skeptical, and keep hunting. That quarter in your hand? It might just be the one.